All right, we're now joined by Congressman Dan Crenshaw, the Republican from Texas. Sir, you're hearing some of this discussion going back and forth, but let's move it back to what is actually going on. There's a poll out today. I think we need to show it. Stunning. The number, the huge decline for Joe Biden under his approval ratings, certainly 14% he disapproved, 55%, 41 approved. That's a 14% underwater. But also the way he's handling Afghanistan, the way it's turning out, 62% of Americans feel they disapprove of the way he's handled it. How does he survive this politically?
Well, unfortunately, we have 4 more years until his reelection, so it's hard to say. It's a little too early to say. Right now, he's underwater. And deservedly so, but I don't know how this plays out politically for Biden in the long run. I don't think it plays really well for Democrats in the short run with midterms coming up. But when it comes to foreign policy, the unfortunate reality is that Americans don't have a very long memory of this stuff. But we're going to keep bringing it up, I'll tell you what, because it's a massive failure. It's like every bad decision you could have possibly made, you made. And it's very unfortunate for our country.
Congressman, what are your thoughts when you learn that CIA Director William Burns secretly met with the Taliban yesterday and no one told us about that? What do you think is going on? By the way, and you may add it to, originally President Biden was supposed to address the American people about what went on at the G7 meeting. That was supposed to happen at 1 p.m. Eastern. It's now been pushed back to at least 4:30, maybe even later. What do you think is going on behind the scenes right now?
Hard to say. I don't know what the CIA director was meeting with them about. It doesn't surprise me a whole lot. There's been a lot of interactions on the ground between our forces and the Taliban, which is kind of crazy. I mean, that's sort of a surreal thing to say, but that's where Biden put us into here. The unfortunate reality is that Biden's national security team and Biden himself have long been on the wrong side of history. They've long been on the side of appeasement. They still have this worldview that if you appease the enemy, then they'll be nicer to us. Now, this is not true. This is not living in reality. It is not how the Taliban function. They will harbor terrorists. We're already seeing signs of that. They will hunt down Americans. We're already seeing signs of that. They'll hunt down our Afghan allies, which is somebody we should protect, by the way. And I've listened to that conversation. We can address that if you'd like. And the Taliban can't be trusted. This is such a major strategic blunder that we've engaged in, and I'm not sure that we can recover from it. I think the only thing we can do right now is recover our people. And what we need from the Biden administration is simply standing up to the Taliban on that front. There's bipartisan outrage on this, bipartisan support for extending that deadline and saying, look, we're not leaving just because you say you want us to leave. We're going to leave when we feel that we've gotten everybody we want out.
I got to speculate. President Biden already came out and said we're not extending the deadline, and then maybe they're rethinking that and they're trying to figure out a political way to walk that back. I'm guessing that's what takes 3 hours. Sir, there's a good chance Republicans take the House in 2022 based on this, and rightly so. This is a major policy failure on the Biden administration's fault. Would you consider impeaching President Biden for what's going on in Afghanistan? I mean, the Democrats seem to love to impeach President Trump for everything. How about this? This seems like a lot bigger than anything they ever had on President Trump.
I mean, look, if you get to a point where you're seeing Americans get hunted down and killed by Taliban because Biden deliberately left them behind, you make an argument there. Personally, I think there's a much stronger case to be made for what's going on at the border. To be perfectly honest with you, because that's a very deliberate dereliction of constitutional duty to enforce our laws. It's a much cleaner case if you want to go down that route.
All right, we're going to leave it right there. Maybe you have a couple of grounds for impeachment of a president going forward. Congressman Crenshaw, really appreciate your time. Thank you.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, where real news for real people.